Hey guys, Crystal here with another drawing video, and this one is Asuri from Brawlhalla. She's like kind of a cat lady, I guess, thing. But this one I decided to draw her, not her original skin, but like a different one. I don't remember what it's called, but I really liked it, and it kind of seemed like Assassin's Creed-y, kind of, sorta, and I really like Assassin's Creed, and so I was like, oh yeah, I want to draw this one, you know. I was gonna do a different color themed one at first, but then I decided to go with this one because I saw it and I was like, oh, this is so cool. So, if you guys don't know what Brawlhalla is, it's kind of like Super Smash Brothers Brawl? Super Smash Brothers Brawl. Yeah, except they give you all the characters, and it's not like from different games. They make their own characters, and then you can pick which character you want, and you know, they change the different colors if somebody else already has that color. So there's that, and then they have different game modes, which I played a couple of them with some friends of mine in a different video. If you guys want to check that out, which you can. Let's see, I decided to pick her colors from the picture because I was like, you know, I kind of really want this to be spot on. So I picked the colors and everything, and then I picked I guess I didn't pick the colors, I just took the colors from their original kind of sort of color scheme. And then, but the shading and the highlights, those were my own colors that I picked that kind of like represented them, or I thought was good. And I went darker than I normally do because you can see the darker or lighter versions better when they are that much darker or that much different from the original thing. So this drawing took me a lot longer than most of my drawings. Most of my drawings recently anyway have taken about an hour and a half to do the line work on Photoshop, and then to color it in and to do the shading and the highlights. Well, this one took me 2.5 hours, an extra hour, and I was like, what the heck, why did it take me so long? But I think I was just so into it, and I added, I think, a little bit more detail into it than I normally do. But I really ended up enjoying this, and I really liked it. And I was like, oh, she looks so fierce, even though she's a cat. And it was a lot of fun. And you guys can still, you know, suggest things, let me know what you guys would like, for if you want something drawn or whatever, you know, I'll do that. And I think right now, well, not right now, but soon I will be doing a collaboration project with a subscriber and friend. So that'll be a lot of fun, and you guys better look out for that. So that'll be cool. I'll tell you more about it in that video. But this one, I really liked the color schemes. I liked a lot of like the dark blues and kind of like overall purpley tone. And I decided to go with a dark, kind of almost purple, a muted purple in this one, instead of just black or gray, dark gray, for the line work. Because it ended up being lighter and fluffier at the end product, and it kind of doesn't seem like that right now, but the end product does give that fluffier and lighter feel towards the end. And I know some of you guys have been curious about the canvas size and the pen size and everything like that in a couple of the previous episodes. So this canvas size lately, or I think all of them except for one or two, have been 8x10 or 10x8, vice versa. You know, the same kind of canvas size, enough for doing certain things, or so you could like put it up or frame it or something like that. So those are the normal sizes that I use, And let's see, the pen size or the brush size that I used was 23. I believe it was. Yeah, 23. And then, I don't know if you guys want to know this, but like the color brush that I used size is 51. And why I remember that, I'm not really sure, but I do. Which is super funny. Well, I think it's funny. Anyway, so when I was first doing like the dark blue for her like lines or her like tattoos, I guess, on her face, I don't know what you would call it, her color, her design, or whatever, I was like, whoa, this is a lot darker than I thought it was, because in the other design that they have, I was like, whoa, it doesn't look that dark, it looks more muted. And then I started putting more and more colors on it, and then I was like, oh, you know what, it's not looking as dark as I thought, you know, it's really beautiful, and I love the color and the shades of everything. It's really nice. So I decided to draw this one that kind of looked like she was like throwing a candy in her mouth. I was gonna do popcorn, and then I was like, oh, every time I tried drawing a popcorn, it just came out as like one of those wrapped candies. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna draw like one of those circle chocolate things. If you've ever had one of those, I had like a greenish one last time, and I was like, what the heck is this? It's really small, and it's like, it was green, and then it was just chocolate on the inside, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. So that was cool, and then I was like, yeah, I'll just do that for her candy or whatever, and I think it came out great. And I like the color mint, and I think it went well with what she was wearing at the time. This one was a lot of fun. I know I probably said that already, but I really liked the color of her eyes because it was completely different than what I thought or imagined would really go well on anything together. Like the stark yellow and then the really, really like hot pink color. At first I was like, oh my gosh, this is so bright and so like out there. But I really enjoyed the fact that the eye color kind of matched her jewelry and like the collar and her armband. So that really tied in. And then her eyes didn't really match anything else except for maybe her hood or whatever. But they were more hot pinkish and they weren't, you know, that other color. So I was like, oh, this looks weird. But then when I started drawing it more and then I started adding highlights and shadows to it, I was like, oh, it came out a lot better than I thought. And the color really matched. Almost like her dark blue, you know, patterns. That's what it's called. Patterns on her face and her ears. I really love her ears. I have no idea what type of cat she is. If any of you guys think you know or know what type of cat she is, let me know in the comments below. So one of the things that I did deviate from the original, you know, kind of style or drawing, should I say, was that I gave her kind of like eyebrows like above, because in the other ones she didn't really have eyebrows, or if she did, it was the dark pattern next to or like above her eyes, and then it was like where it made her look angry all the time. So I gave myself the challenge of creating eyebrows that were her other color, her other skin color, because I was like, you know what, she needs eyebrows to make her not look fierce, or not fierce, she looks fierce, to make her not look angry all the time. And I think that came out really well. And let me know what you guys think about this drawing and other drawings. And if you have any suggestions, again, just let me know. Again, this was Brawlhalla, the game. You can get it on Steam, and it is free, if you were wondering. So that's a plus. Oh, and there's another update I have to tell you guys, is that I did get the parts in for my other computer, so I should be able to play more games more often, which will be awesome. Hopefully I can free up enough space on my computer. That'll be great. One of the challenges was to get the colors to line up. Like here, how you see the darker purpley next to the darker pink. And I had a hard time getting them to line up because they were on the same layer. And I know you can change layers and everything, but I wanted some things like her gear and her skin and her eyes and stuff like that were on different layers because it made it kind of easier to draw that way, or at least it did for me. And let me know what you guys think is what you like about your type of style of drawing and what you do for yours, because that's really interesting to know, and I'm always interested and intrigued by what you guys do as well. So thanks guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. And there's one more announcement. I am starting up Instagram, so if you guys want to see like sketches and stuff like that, just head on over there and you'll see it. So thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye! I did all the colors and everything, and then I was like, oh no, I forgot the shading and the highlights.